Taylor Swift has been named Time Magazine's Person of the Year, which in many years is a massive accomplishment, but this year, people in general just weren't very impressive. Taylor spent much of this year just watching football. Millions of Americans do that, and they never get celebrated for it. Personally, she wasn't even my favorite Kansas City Chiefs fan. That honor goes to the little boy who got attacked for dressing like a Native American. But in addition to watching football, Taylor did have a hit movie. Although she was beat out at the box office by a plastic doll and an Italian plumber, hers was the most successful concert film of all time. Justin Bieber fans can't believe it. She was also the most listened to musician on Spotify with over 26 billion plays. At least those are the early numbers. We're still waiting on the results from Maricopa County. Professional wrestler Jey Uso has been banned from using the word YEET on merchandise and promos due to a West Virginia indie wrestler holding the trademark. For those unaware, YEET is a slang term that means to throw. I can imagine the promos now. I'm gonna yeet you out of the ring. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm gonna gently toss you with a legal disclaimer. I must say, in the case of wrestling throws, the word yeet lacks the verbal intensity that comes with words like power slam or power bomb. However, the phrase is popular on the internet, and Jey was capitalizing on that. Sorry, Jey, but now that word is reserved for a wrestler nobody's ever heard of who trademarked a common internet word. Eventually, every art form is going to play like a trademark bingo. Can I call my new move lit? Nope, that's trademarked. Can I call it the bomb? Nope, that's trademarked. Okay, how about Frazzle Pop? Nobody owns Frazzle Pop, right? Jey, your new finishing move has to be called the Frazzle Pop. Put it on a t-shirt. Maybe you'll sell 46 billion. Doubt it. It's ridiculous. When a single slang word gains popularity on the internet, I don't think it's fair to grant ownership to one individual. The whole trademark should be yeeted out the window. Speaking of yeeting, Senator Josh Hawley is calling for FBI Director Christopher Wray to be yeeted out of office. Wray testified before the Senate this week, where Josh Hawley pressed him on the FBI's targeting of Catholics. When asked if anyone was fired for the unconstitutional efforts, Wray testified that some got a note in their file. That's all. A note in their file for targeting people for their religion in America, where that's supposed to be the number one freedom granted by the Constitution. Unbelievable. When pressed by Senator Kennedy, FBI Director Wray claimed they wouldn't call Hunter Biden's laptop real because they wanted to be careful during the election season. So you didn't want to confirm it. Fine. But you didn't have to make up the lie. 51 officials signed a document calling the laptop misinformation. That was a lie. I guess you don't have to be careful when you're spreading lies. You only have to be careful spreading the truth. In other FBI misconduct news, the FBI arrested a Lady Ballers actor after returning home from the premiere. He was not arrested for appearing in a right-wing film, but he may as well have been. He was arrested for participating in January 6th. 3 years later. At this rate, we're going to have conservatives wheeled out of nursing homes 50 years from now for being present on that day. And we'll probably have illegal immigrants marching out the orders. Senator Dick Durbin proposed offering citizenship to illegal immigrants if they serve in the military, which is perfect because right now what's missing from the military is more confusion. Let's add a language barrier on top of the woke ideology stuff. The proposal makes a lot of the blunders of this administration seem intentional. You've got the administration welcoming military-aged migrants for years, and at the same time they're kicking out soldiers and filling the military with social propaganda. I wonder how long it would take for this migrant military to be used against us citizens. See, some conspiracy theories just write themselves. For these migrants, they get citizenship and a rifle, but if they speak out against woke ideology, they probably get deported. But maybe it's easier to avoid getting cracked down on wrongthink when you don't even think in the same language. What are your pronouns? Okay? All those Latinx folks won't even understand what Latinx means, but they'll be made to identify that way anyway. And then they'll be given weapons. In a congressional hearing, officials from Harvard, MIT, and Penn were all asked if calling for the genocide of Jews constitutes harassment. All three officials tap danced around the idea that calling for the genocide of Jews might be just a tiny bit against school policy. They each said it depends on the context, if that speech crosses into conduct. So calling for genocide isn't really bad. It's only actually bad if you commit the genocide. That's terrifying. It should have been a very straightforward answer to say that calling for genocide is bad. Like asking a chef if they store a bottle of poison with their cooking ingredients. Well, it's not really against the rules. It would only be bad if you actually used the poison. No. Keep it away. Keep the poison out of the kitchen. Keep the threatening of Jewish students off the college campuses. Oy vey. A social media trend of DINKs bragging about all the things they can do with their dual income, no kids lifestyle has been spreading on the internet. The one thing in common that they all brag about? Buying wholesale quantities of snacks at Costco. Lost on these people is the fact that people with children can also buy wholesale quantities of snacks at Costco. However, the difference is people with children look a lot less weird buying wholesale quantities of snacks at Costco. An 11-year-old girl was forced by her school to share a bed with a biological male student. Congratulations, kids. We're making puberty more awkward and less safe. I don't remember my school ever making me share a bed with anyone, even of the same gender. That sounds a little uncomfortable, but this is ridiculous. If I were those parents, I'd yeet that little girl right out of school. And then to make up for the trauma, I'd buy her wholesale quantities of snacks at Costco. Please like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe to my Patreon to get this sweet mug. I'm DK Abel. Thanks for watching.